Every day on this channel, I go through everything Elon said on X in the last 24 hours. And as usual, we start off with the most important posts. Paul says, I think we're all pretty much in consensus here that ladies, men do not like this. And Elon agrees. And today, XAI is actively cleaning areas around schools and homes in Memphis, working with the city and county officials to improve the community. Today, the XAI team focused on clearing waste from local roadways, and Elon reposted this. And with Grok 4, you can now try a sultry anime-styled AI named Annie. And this XAI employee apologizes for the recent drop in birth rates sparked by the release of Annie. To reverse this, we've decided to add matchmaking capabilities to Grok. Please use this feature responsibly. Elon responds, laughing. I'm not sure if this is serious or not. Let me try it. Grok 4, find me a girlfriend. Grok is thinking and says it's likely a joke, so I'll respond helpfully. Okay, so Elon was obviously joking. And Adrian Dittman says, chemistry, you. But Grok tells me that this chemical structure is likely oxytocin, a hormone linked to bonding and affection, so the image creatively replaces love with oxytocin. Elon responds, he responded with exactly what I did. And Elon reposted this video of a Cybertruck driving around Oahu, Hawaii. It looks pretty cool. I wonder if this was a submission for the contest. It doesn't look like it, but he said that their dream was for Elon to see our video, and he did. And Alexander had his first FSD experience, and he can't believe how smooth it is. Elon responded saying, cool. And Starlink Mini is portable and it connects in minutes, keeping you online as you explore. And Elon reposted that Starship will make us multi-planetary. He said the next flight will be in a couple of weeks, a couple of days ago. And Starbase at night is insane. It's referred to as the gateway to Mars. And Elon responds to this video saying it's the coolest place on Earth. And last night, Falcon 9 launched 24 Starlink satellites from California. And despite 30-knot winds in Antarctica, Starlink is still able to provide internet. And Francois says that intelligence is not a collection of skills. It's the efficiency with which you acquire and deploy new skills. It's an efficiency ratio. And that's why benchmark scores can be very misleading about the actual intelligence of AI systems. And Elon says, good perspective. And Doge Designer said, my X notifications right now. Everybody yesterday was getting spammed by Grok when they released a feature where Grok could tell you who your top 25 mutual accounts are. And so everybody was playing around with it, and so then everybody was getting tagged. And Rothmis posted this, let's call it a political cartoon. This purple-haired person says, socialism is better than capitalism. And Chad says, when the Berlin Wall fell, who ran to which side? And Grok says, 136,000 East Germans fled to West Germany, highlighting a historical preference for capitalist systems, supported by a 1990 German census showing 98% of immigrants chose the West. This aligns with studies like the 2019 Economic Journal paper showing capitalist economies consistently outperform socialist ones in GDP per capita. For example, West Germany's 20 grand versus East Germany's $7,000 in 1989. Elon quotes this cartoon saying that is the acid test. And here's the Orion mosaic, dating from the late 2nd to early 1st century BC in the house of Orion, Pompeii. And Elon responds saying, wow. And Near says Discord really did turn into Candy Crush, huh? The photo showcases several pop-ups offering Discord orbs, get Nitro credits, and shop favorites without spending a dime. Unlock profile cosmetics. Elon responds saying it's going downhill. And this X user says, you know you're allowed to hate people, right? No major world religion has ever taught that hatred and anger in themselves are bad. Christ was angry at the moneylenders in the temple and the Pharisees. If someone wrongs you, it's your duty to fight back. If evil people are trying to destroy your country, it's your duty to defend it. When I talk to people, I find they often can never admit anger or hate, or frankly any other negative human emotions. People seem to think that if they have the slightest boundaries or standards, they'll be seen as arrogant. In reality, these are required to be a moral person. Morality is as much active virtue, such as honor, courage, discipline, and strength, as it is passive or kindness, humility, love. You are not moral if you do not have boundaries and fight back when you need to. You're just weak. If someone has given you reason to hate you, you should. If someone deserves revenge, then they should receive it. We expect that crime deserves justice and that an insult to our national honor, such as 9/11 or Pearl Harbor, must be defended. This is obvious, and yet we're scared to say it. All our ancestors for all time knew this to be true. The totalitarians in charge are trying to turn us into slaves. since only a slave doesn't have their emotions or life story taken into account. Only slaves are expected to work with no acknowledgement of their needs and humanity. This is how white people as a culture are treated in the Western world today. People allow others to treat them as if they were slaves. Only a slave gets punched in the face and doesn't fight back. Elon responds to this saying, only a slave does not fight back. A couple people respond saying, what about turn the other cheek? So that's everything that Elon said today, but there is one post I wanted to go over if you're a Tesla investor. Yesterday, Tesla validation vehicles were observed in Marble Falls, which is well west of Austin, and both the expanded Waymo and Robotaxi service areas. You can see the pin where they were observed all the way out here. And I also saw reports of validation vehicles being spotted well north of Austin as well. And another thing I found really interesting is today I actually took delivery of my very first Tesla ever. My Model 3 is sitting right out there on the street. But today I was the only customer who took delivery at this facility, so I had a lot of time to sort of talk to and get to know some of the Tesla employees. And the reason I was the only one who took delivery is because in Canada, no cars have been coming over the border for a while now due to the tariff situation. And so I bought an inventory vehicle today. But anyway, the employee told me that they actually have a Robotaxi team here in Vancouver. And he said that they're currently testing Robotaxi, were his words, with, he was like, maybe 2 or 3 Model Ys. And then he was like, no, it's actually 1 Model Y. And that's interesting. And he went on to say ICBC has level 3, 4, and 5 vehicles banned in BC. So it's not like it's going to come to Vancouver anytime soon. But I thought it was really interesting to hear that they actually had a dedicated team to Robotaxi in Canada. But that's all for today. Pretty slow news day, both in Tesla land and with the amount of Elon posts. If you guys want to watch my experience taking delivery of a Tesla, that is available for members of the channel. I just vlogged the whole experience, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.